Hello and welcome you to my video class on water governance and water policy. And in this we are mainly discussing about legal framework of water, and in this video mainly about introduction part, right? So in the introduction part we are mainly discussing about what you mean by water governance and what are the theories related to water policy, then key functions of legal framework of water, then some of the existing legal framework in India, right? So now we have to understand what you mean by water governance, right? So the word is very important, right? If you know the meaning of governance, that is very easy to understand. So water governance refers to political. So our first word is political, then social, then economic and administrative system. So why this much of is required? Because water is a, we know from the Dublin principle, fresh water is a finite and vulnerable to damage. So that's what to have to manage properly. The proper governance system is required. For the governance system, there should be a proper system should be required in the form of political, social, economic, administrative system, right? So in a place that influence water use and management. So the main focus is what? Water use as well as management for the future use. So in this we are getting some answers for some questions. So what kind of questions we'll get and how we are getting the answers from this water governance? So one question is, who gets the water and what water? Who gets water and what water, when, how, and who has to right to water and related service and their benefit. So here we will get a questions in terms of who has a right of water, how to use the water, where to use the water, how much you have to use the water. All kind of rules and regulations will be there under the governance. For example, we know the governance of traffic police control, right? So how they are making some rules and regulations to manage the smooth flow of vehicle on the road. So similarly here also we have some governance system based on some rules and regulations. So from that only we are regulating the entire system of water resource. So that is called as water governance. So next we will go for what you mean by water policy. So we know the policy, right? As we know, life insurance corporation policy. So here also same policies will be there. Means mainly it is related to rules and regulations, not governance. So based on the water policy, they are making the governance. But main is rules and regulation is like in this water policy. For example, constitution is the book which shows the all the legal, all the things, rules and regulations, duty, right, no rights, and how to do all the things will be there in the constitution. So based on the constitution only government is making the governance. So here also based on the water policy, based on the rules and regulations in the water policy, governance will take place. So now we'll go through what you mean by water policy. National water policy is formulated by Ministry of Water Resource of the government to govern the planning and development of water resource. So what is the main importance of water policy? It is planning and development of water resource, their optimum utilization. So why rules and regulations are formed? Because we have to plan and we have to develop and we have to manage the water resource for optimum use of it, not maximum, not lowest, optimum, better. We have to make the developmental activities as well as water preservation for the future generation. For that we have to require strict rules and regulations, right? So in India, first national water policy was adopted in September 1987 and reviewed in 2002 and 2012. So first national water policy was adopted in 1987 and it is amended or updated in 2002, and recently it is updated in 2012. So now we will see what do you mean by legal framework of water. Legal framework of water. So by the word only you can understand legal, right? Opposite word is illegal. So how we have to classify whether it is a legal or it is a illegal based on this kind of framework. So we have some we have some, you take any procedure, right? So to get a water connection to the house. So to get a water connection to the house, we have to go and we have to approach the officers, government officials. So from them we have to get application and we have to fill that application, as well as we have to provide the proof that we are the citizen and we are the eligible people to get the connections. So after verification of your entire documents, they will give some permission and based on some charges, initial charges. So here that kind of rules, who has to get, how to get, all the rules will be there, and based on that rules only they are giving legal use of water. So that kind of things are called as legal framework of water. It may be in terms of water use, it may be in terms of water pollution, maybe in terms of water developmental activities, maybe in terms of water management. That is what legalization. Otherwise it will be become as an illegal user of water, illegal polluter of water, illegal management of the structure. So that legalization is called as legal framework of water. So mainly it is related to execution or executive. So mainly we have judiciary, legislative, executive, but legal framework is mainly related to executive. Executive means what? The persons who is actually managing the entire system, right? So legislative means they will make a rules, and based on the rules, if anything went wrong, then judicial will come, but main management people are executive. So in this legal framework of water is mainly related to executive, right? So then legal framework play an important role in the management of water resource at the range of scale from local to international. So here word is the main legal framework is related to local for village panchayat or village organization to international. And like you have many stages: villages, district places, then state, then we have a region, then we have a national, then you have a international. So but here legalization, it will be there for international also. For example, when it is taken international, our country will come as a one of the legal user. So how we can call India as a legal user? When India is following the rules and regulations of international law. For example, in India we have Indus River. The Indus River conflict is there in between Pakistan and India, right? So we have a Indus Water Treaty. So based on the Indus Water Treaty, we have some rules and regulations. If you violate any both countries, then it will be a problem. It is like illegal or legal. So that's what I told. From local level to international level, this kind of legal framework will be there, right? So for example, how legal work will act, right? So one is approval of size of dam. So when you are constructing dam, so when the officers are approving or some experts are approving the dam size based on the requirement, based on site selection of the dam and other requirement, they have standards. Based on the standards and based on the requirement, they will compare and they will analyze. Based on the analyze, if it is an optimum solution, then they will give approval for construction of dam, right? Location of site, then rejection of medium and small project alternatives. So even they will make approval. If it is approval, then they can go for construction. If they reject, so why they will reject? They will reject based on the reporting and based on the values, right? No analysis. Based on analysis, they are telling that this is not good construction. Why? Because they have so and so problems. So when there is a so and so problems, it's not an optimum use or optimum condition. So then they may reject it also, right? So this is what legal framework of water. So next, what is the main key functions? Why actually this legal framework? What kind of work it will make? So first main work is first key function is it identifies, defines and identifies the legal right. So one is what defines, right? So then identifies legal right, right? Very important. First one is defines who, right? Identifies how, who, right? Legal rights and duty, even duty also, not only right, even duty and or commitment of public as well as private users. So both, it is for public users as well as private users. Public users means what? From the government. So even government is using the water for water supply or some other industries. Even private sector also using the water. So here it will defines, it defines who has to use, how much use, who has a right to use, and what, who is the responsible, who has a responsibility of any damage will happen, right? So all the things will be there in the first function. First function is mainly related to define, identify, of duty as well as right. So next one is it provides the tool for ensuring the continuous morality of the organization. Even it is what, who are implementing the rules and regulations, who are monitoring or who are mainly monitoring the condition of water resource. Even for them also it shows the morality and their duty. For example, I told no, I use the word like no, traffic management. For traffic management we have a police department, traffic police department. They should also have a morality. Based on the morality only they can execute a good condition. If it is a corruption, then again it will be the problem. So that's what it mainly, even it provides the tool for ensuring the continuous morality of the organization. Next is it allows for modification, modification of the existing organization. Even it will make based on the requirement, based on the technology is increasing, based on the requirement is increasing, day by day changes are happening. Based on the changes, when we can update the organization, and in order to able to adopt change needs and conditions. So in terms of rules and regulations, so we can make update, and even in terms of requirement of officials, technology also, so that will be made updations, right? So next is what are the some existing legal framework of water in India. So in India also we have many legal frameworks, right? Based on the years, water law in India has a long journey from legislation of the colonial period to recent regulation of water quality to judicially recognition of human right to the water. So in India we have this kind of rules and regulations. Not recently, it is a colonial period. Colonial period means what? We have a colonization of French, colonization of British, Portugal, right? So they had colony in India, right? So in that time also there was a rules and regulations, and from there, from that time to recently some judicially considerations. Judicial considerations means what? From in the court they are recognizing who is who has a right of, who have a right. For example, who have a land right, right, ownership of water or ownership of land. Similarly, they want to tell who is the owner of water, whether human has a right to use or right to own also. So as of now in India we have a right to use, a right to use, not to right to own. So in the name of anyone there is no water registration. For example, some persons have a TMC of right. No, they have a right to use, not to own, right? Like how we have a 2 acre land, 5 acre land, or hectares of land with their name. Similarly, no one has water own, like no, as a property. They have a right to use. So next is existing legal institutional decision making framework for water law in India, both national and state level. So whatever legal framework are required, they are in the form of state level as well as in a national level, because water is a state, actually water is a state subject, but even center can take the control of water. Why? Because interstate distribution or interstate dispute. So that's what water is, what has some rules and regulations in national level and some rules and regulations in the state level, right? So both we have. If you take some examples, in India we have Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, right? In the 1974 it is Environment Protection Act 1986, Forest Conservation Act 1980, and amended in 19 in the 1980 it is like no made enacted. Then in 1988 they made amendment or improvement or some updation. Then environment assessment development of the project, environment assessment development of project 1994. Then recently, right, even some we have some recent updatement, but in this I taken national water policy amendment, national water policy update of 2012, right? So thank you for watching my video.